there, my name is Miss Kat and I work at the Bourbonnais Library. I am a youth assistant here and I wanted to take a second to talk about the YA graphic novel collection, which is one of my favorite sub-collections at our library. So I'm just going to tell you guys about a few of my favorites. Let's go. Okay, so the first book I'd like to share with you is Guts by Raina Tellemeier. And this is one of our most popular checkouts. This author is wonderful. She has a whole series. There's one called Smile, which is about like her getting braces. This one is about a middle schooler who becomes like sick a lot. Like she throws up a lot. Like she's just very sensitive to different foods. And it's like about the anxiety that she develops around that. It's super well done. It's very like authentic and honest. And it's just all about the importance of sharing like our inner worlds like with our friends and asking for help. What I really loved is there was like a scene where she ends up seeing a therapist to talk about her anxiety, and at a sleepover she admits this to her friends, and she has like this long pause after it, and then her friends tell her that they see therapists too, or that their sister does, or whatever. She's like, well, I thought something was so wrong with me, and they're like, no, it's totally common. Like a lot of people go to the therapist and stuff, which is great, and I think is such a good message for young readers. So that is on this one. So my next book is called Fake Blood, and this is by Whitney Gardner, and this one is so adorable. It's just like really sweet and funny. Like I love the author's sense of humor in it. The panels are really big, so it's like a fast read. And I like how simple the illustrations are. This one is about a boy who has a crush on someone who he's doing a project with at school about Transylvania, and he decides to pretend that he's a vampire in order to get her attention. And so he does like all these like little subtle things, like pretending to be like super wary of the sun, and like he like puts on glitter to like sparkle, and all this stuff. So there's like a lot of like nods to like Twilight and like other vampire books. And I don't want to give too much away, but like their dynamic and the relationship and how it develops is really great. And it's just a really entertaining read. Highly recommend it. Okay, my next one is called Whitebird, and this is by R.J. Palacio. So I haven't read the Wonder books, but I was doing research on this one, and it said that like a character in the Wonder story, Julian, decides to interview his grandmother about what it was like growing up in France during World War II as a Jew, and how she survived during that time. So that's what the story is. Going into it, I didn't realize that, and I thought that this was like a true story because it just reads very authentic, very real, as a piece of historical fiction. The drawings themselves are beautiful. Like you can tell there's a lot of care put into it. Very like simple and just kind of like, just really like pulls at your heart. And it is an intense story because obviously like the Nazis came, like she had to escape, but it's told from the point of view of this like middle schooler. And it's just very realistic. Like there is this one part where they thought the Nazis might come, but they didn't think so for sure. But they still told her to like wear her boots to school just in case, and she just like didn't. She was just like, it's fine, like I want to wear my nice shoes. And then they came, and it's like she had to escape in these nice shoes, and like just like the little subtleties of this and the human kindness involved is really great, and I strongly encourage it. I think if your kids do read it, it'd be wonderful for you to read it as well, just so you could talk to them about it and really like get in depth with it. So yeah. Alright, the next one is called Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, and this is produced by Marvel, and there's a bunch of different like authors and illustrators that went in on the making of it. This one is about this girl who is a genius and very interested in science. She's like an inventor, like she creates all of her own stuff. And something happens where a dinosaur gets teleported into like her age, and she just like becomes friends with it and teams up with it. And they have to like fight like evil tourists and like monsters that like accidentally got teleported with the dinosaur and stuff. It's just like really sweet. Like I just love her as a protagonist. She's just very confident, very spunky, very like, I mean, she's a genius, and she's just like, this is who I am, and I'm gonna do this and everything. The illustrations themselves are very bright, very fun. I think they're often like this with the Marvel books, and I really like that about these. And we have a whole bunch of different Marvel ones in our collection, so highly recommend you check them out. All right, our last book is The Tea Dragon Society. And this one is by Katie O'Neill. This is one of the first graphic novels that I've read, so it has a special place in my heart, but it's also just the sweetest, like, amazing book. It's about this girl who is working as a blacksmith, and then she comes into contact with the tea dragons. And they are these like little creatures who grow tea leaves on their horns. And the people that care for the dragons like are part of this like ancient craft of like brewing tea in a very special way. And so like they, on the back of the book, I really like this, they have like little tidbits about each of the dragons. So there's like rooibos and jasmine and chamomile and ginseng and like little facts about them. It's adorable. And just like the illustrations themselves are just like artwork, like they're so beautiful. Just like the color, and like it's about like taking care with things and taking care of each other and like honoring tradition. And you just feel like in her illustration style that she took such care with the creating of this. And so just like the whole mood of it is very gentle and very heartwarming, and yeah, that's what makes it one of my favorites. So I hope you like this video. I hope you come by the library and check out some of our young adult graphic novels. And if you need any more recommendations or are interested in something in particular, we do have like a very wide array of stuff. So feel free to ask one of the librarians. Thanks for watching.